Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on the Sort Tables data viewer, and one of the things we've been doing is converting from class-based notifications to struct notifications, which is more in keeping with how I think SwiftUI wants to work. One of the consequences of that is that we're eliminating the database view model and some of the classes it uses. So we've come a long way on that. I'm hoping we actually get rid of it today. We'll see. We wanted to start though. Yesterday we got the join stuff working in our database selection in a way that the joins, well, everything's being done through those joins that we have in database selection. But we didn't finish. We decided we wanted a test for one of those that. Let's see, let me get it open here. Database selection. All right. So we did the work to create the working schema, which is the variant of the database that's used in the actual display and sort table activity, not just the database behind it. But we didn't test a combination of a join that's used to relate things, but it doesn't show up as an active table, should still show up in the table list. So let's create the test for that. Selection tests. Okay, and I think we can probably adapt this last one. Let's see. So we got a schema for joined tables. We've turned off. Oh, actually, we did turn this off. Okay, so we explicitly turned off the relation table here, and I'm not sure our assertions. Schema joins count 2. I think we asserted about. Yeah, we asserted about the first one. Let's go ahead and assert about the second one just to make sure we've covered. We're getting everything we want out of that. I don't know. I keep going back to like, can we, as a working table, is not going to know equality. No, I'd like to make the test easier, but I don't think that will do it. Okay, let's just hard code these things. I don't know. Maybe a helper. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're going to give it, well, we're going to give it these four, we're going to give it this option, joins.0, which is a working join. And then I think we'll make expected. Let's just make a tuple out of this. String, 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 string. Yeah, a little wimpy, but I think it'll be okay. So this is actual. Column 1 table. Table is expected.0. Okay, and then this will be check joins equal schema.join sub 0, and then the expected is attended person ID. Person ID. And this should be 1. I think this one, yeah, session ID. Okay, and if I had made this mistake, this should fail in that second new test because it's not a. If it passes 192, it's going to break 193, so that's okay. Just to make sure our check will fail if it should fail. Oh, come on. Right. Okay. Well, let's make it an array then. Well, can we... Let's pass in the join. Which is selection dot join sub 0. And then this is... All right. And then the assertion expected is a join. Okay, actual is expected. Dot column 1 dot table. Well, that's not right. Column 1 dot table name. Column 1 dot column. This should be column. Try again. Yeah, I mean, the large tuples are, they're sort of an admission that you just are throwing a bunch of data in there. But I think in this case, the fact is it's supposed to come from that join, so we can pull the stuff out of the join. And a join is it's just a bunch of low-level strings, organized into a couple classes, or structs, but still. All right. Now, will it run? And I still have an error in there, so it should fail. if it's running. Well, I rebooted not long before we started. I don't know if Xcode got an update in there or something too. Hasn't asked me to update my Xcode tools, so maybe I'm okay. John Reed has an article out today about making your first run quicker. And I think the big thing for him, he installed this yeetd that detects, well, it kills some unnecessary processes or some slow processes or something. Kind of unfortunate that it's needed, and not quite clear what it's doing. Like, why are they running if they're not needed? You know, what are we breaking by doing this? But I've opted not to install that, but I don't know what else he had. Well, one was making sure tests aren't running in parallel. We can do that. Oh, I still have UI tests. I don't know. I don't think they're really doing anything. Yeah. Okay. We've ignored them, but we'll keep them. All right. Somewhere. Yeah, the test plan. Okay, yeah, the options. I've got parallel off. That's fine. The other thing he suggested was turning off the debugger. I don't know about that one. Like, I don't like to think about it when I want to open the debugger, but if it's giving us a hit, well, I trust it's still bringing it up. There we go. I did have that running before we started, though. I'm not sure why it. Maybe I hadn't run the application within it or something. It's still painfully slow here. There we go. Okay, well. Let's make this correct. Hopefully this isn't another 3-minute thing that Xcode thinks takes 6 seconds. All right, good. I guess we also added a check method. All right. Eliminate database view model from openDatabase. Okay, that's in our table controller. And database view model. Right, it gets set here. Well, I'm not sure that's the one we're after. We want the one where we passed selection as well. use that one. Okay, he gets a DB view model, but he doesn't reference it anywhere. So let's take that out of here. He does use selection with the working schema we just implemented yesterday. All right, and then there should be 3 or 4 places that no longer need to pass that database view model. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think too. You might need the debugger, you know, just maybe. I don't remember how much he said it took off though. One of the things he did took up 0.1 second. It's like, well, I'm not sure that's worth much, but was that the debug symbols in the output or something? I can't remember. All right. Well, that seems okay. Well, it should be okay. We never referenced it, so I don't. It's not quite an automatic refactoring, but one I trust reasonably well. Okay, so we'll no longer pass that in. Now, I think, well, let's see what we said in our to-do, but yeah, we need those join error messages. Eliminated entirely. Okay. I guess that's the same question. Okay. Check join constraints as DatabaseView assess does. Right. Let's find that DatabaseViewModel assess. Assess joins. Okay, so the way this one works, we've got a message somewhere. Where's that? Yeah, message. I don't see that field. Oh, right beneath it. Okay. Yeah, the view model has a message, and it feels free to update that message. Oops, when it finds things. Okay, now I'm not sure if we want to do the same kind of approach. Which object should know all this stuff, I guess. But it's enforcing a rule. So if you have 0 or 1 active tables, I guess, then there's no problem. There's no need to join it or anything like that. We can just load 1 table. All right. Then we find tables not used by joins. Okay, so if you have some tables and some of them get joins and some of them don't, well, the ones that don't are going to be cross products, and it's probably not what you want. Okay. And the next one, check for cross products. Okay, let's see okay. And if nobody finds anything, the message is blank. Okay. Let's look at that. That's in here too. Okay. You get the table names is a set of strings, and the active joins, and that's our old model. And we're getting a pair of strings, pair of sets. Yeah, there's that tuple, and already here, like I come back to it. I don't know what those 2 sets are. first cluster and remaining clusters. Well, okay. And what do we do with that? If the first cluster count is less than the tables, then we warn. Okay. And then we're not, well, format first cluster. Okay. Well, all right. So I think what it's doing is, yeah, I think what it's doing is putting each. I don't know. This is a confusing thing. Okay. I think what it's doing is putting each table into its own set. And then whenever there's a join, it merges the set of tables involved. And when you get through all the joins, if you still have tables that are not in that cluster, of connected things, then you must not have joined everything together, so you have a cross product. All right. That's well, it's a little obscure. What's this one? Check for unjoined tables. I think that might fall out of the other one. Yeah, I think that might, you get a different message, but I think it would still show up as a cross product. All right. Let's find the tests for this. And I think this is probably a section we disabled. Well, that one doesn't matter anymore. Okay, we can take these tests out. I suspect we're going to take the whole class out shortly, but well, we're not doing effective table names, but working schema with joined tables. I'm not going to touch the functionality we're leaving out, which is the renaming. Yeah, here's table warns of cross product. Now, this may not run at this point. Yeah, add table is no longer there. All right. Well, what I'll regard this then is these are the tests that we want to have on our join testing. But it's open to me whether that's belongs on database selection or something else. Tux96, welcome back. Build failed. Yes. Okay. Let's go look at the database selection. I don't know. I worry that this thing is getting large. It's conceptually a pretty simple thing. Well, I wonder if, I mean, it's this is becoming the database view model in effect. It's going to be the thing that has the messages, I guess, but I don't have to do it in this class, right? That would be acceptable. Now, I think what happens is, right, let's give this messages. And I think if the joins change, we can update the messages. All right. Let's start. I don't think I'm going to make every message a function. Or I don't think I want all those messages checked at the database selection level. I just want to check that they do show up when they should. And conversely, they don't need to show up when they're empty. No message when only one table is visible without and has no joins. Let's see, no message for one table, one visible table with no joins. Okay. Let's go back to one where we put a join in. Oh, interesting. We mostly don't care. Okay, well, let's start from scratch, I guess. I just want to add one table selection, I think. Okay. All right, and then I just want to check that selection.message is empty. Let's see. Yeah, the Vision OS stuff looks pretty cool. I don't know. It's been a thing that's bounced in and out of like whether it's going to work or not for years. But yeah, it demos well. I haven't tried it on, but just watching the show, it'd be an interesting one to play with. All right, we don't have a field on here. Let's get that on there. I think it's just going to be a private thing. That's the init. Okay. Our messages is We want to match what DatabaseViewModel does. I think it's an array, if I remember correctly. Message is a string, okay. Okay, this should just pass. It's sort of an initial state kind of thing. We're not really doing anything. All right. All right, now let's go back to those model tests. Not that one, but this one. Okay. We'll just put this for some inspiration. And I almost want to, I'm going to make this assert true selection dot, whoops, message is empty. All right, and then let's kind of take the same basis. Okay, so we'll just add a second table. And the fields don't really go into it. Okay. Unjoined table causes message. All right. And that is going to be assert false. And this test should fail. Okay, yeah. All right, now I don't want to, I want to make some other object that knows all this stuff. What does he have to be given? Well, he's pretty much going to have to know the table selections and the joins, I guess. All right, and then this, tables don't participate in a join. tables. I think we've got a simpler mechanism now. Right. Okay. So I'm going to make some new object and kind of push this on the shelf. I guess I want a it's some sort of analysis. Maybe a table join analysis. It is a table join analysis. Yeah, I think that sounds okay. Sorry, database selection. Yeah, let me make a new test. Well, let's test one table with no joins has no message. Well, what are we going to have to give it? I think, well, we got to know if there's, we got to know the tables and we got to know the joins. So it's got to be given a table selection and a join array. Okay. How about no table and no joins has no message? Okay. So this and this. And we want to assert that analysis.message. We'll have to see how this works, but dot is empty. All right, and now this does not exist. View model. Where's our selector? Whoops. Oh, I keep doing that. Database selection, okay. Where are you though? In database, okay. So let's add table join analysis. No, I think this is. Maybe it is a struct. Table join analysis. Okay. He's got to have var message of string. Start him empty. And he's got to have an it that takes tables is join selection. What do they call those? Table selection. And joins. Okay. We'll just force it wrong for a moment here. Okay. I think that'll get our test going. Except I lost it. Okay. A lot of overhead to get a simple assertion checked. Okay. Presumably it's wrong. It said empty. Okay. All right. Now, this function, I think, is where I want to get more detailed about things. Whoops. Sorry, something's still messed up. Oh, yeah, of course it's messed up. It's supposed to be. Okay. All right. Adding table warns of joint cross product. No, that's more than we wanted. We want database view model tests. Adding table warns of cross product. Okay, that is in the other file. Changing table warns of cross product. Table not enjoined warns of cross product. Don't want all tables are enjoins. Okay. Those all sound like things we'd want in here. All right, next test. And now I think we want one table and no joins, has no message. So that's still okay. But this becomes table selection, metadata, table metadata, table columns. Ugh. Okay, he has any columns. That should still be okay. This is more something we're going to break as we go. Are you too big? Yeah. Oops, that's okay. Okay. All right, now let's get that one. Okay, two unjoined tables cause message. All right, so here we got table 1. I wonder if passing this metadata in like this is a little annoying. Could I make table selection take columns? I don't know. Kind of depends. I mean, I think table metadata is its own thing. All right, so another table with more columns. All right, still no joins. All right, now let's get to it. Insert equal analysis.message should be I don't know if we have it down here. These tables don't participate in a join. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to go back. Let's go back to DatabaseViewModel. I don't think I have it open now. Okay, he does check for unused tables. Is that the message vector? These tables don't participate in a join. Yes. Okay. Right. So I guess we need some code. Table turn analysis. All right. Well, now we're gonna need to store some things. Can I get that automatically? Is there a? I don't remember the keystroke to get anything. Well. I think if I put the fields there first, maybe the compiler offers to fill them in for me. Okay. If tables.count less than or equal to 1, return empty string. Okay. That gets us what we had. And I'll do this. Same test should be failing. Same two tests. This just gives me what I had. All right. And then, okay. The test we're doing, okay, I think, check for unjoined tables. There's a lot of, yeah. Joins. Yeah, we can ask our joins. I think our joins might already answer this question. Yeah, unfortunately the array can't, but okay. Joins dot, was there a tables? Oh no, there's not. Joins sub 0. Dot. I thought we did this. Maybe we did it on here. Nope. If they're not empty, then we got to do something. Okay, otherwise we'll return nothing. Okay, and then unjoined tables, well, that's another variable. Set of string. Yeah, I'm trying to remember that. I thought we did that, but join is pretty simple, right? Because it's just scoped column and join itself, and neither of those has what we want, but we'll give it to them. All right. So the unjoined tables is take the tables. Tables, and then we're going to map them to $0 dot table. This is almost a one-liner, I guess. Tables.map to $table. Okay. And then let's take that set. Let tables used equal that. Okay. How about tables used directly equals that? There's a little more space here. Okay. Map to the table names. Let tables used in join equals well, I think we want to do a reduce. I want to take each join and let it give us its tables, which is a set. So I guess it's a union. So let's take joins. Reduce set of string empty. And then I always forget these things. Joins.reduce. Next partial result is result join goes to string. So this is result join in, and then he has to produce a set of strings. Okay. Yeah, that would work too. Let's see how that goes. Let's take joins dot map each join to dot tables used, which doesn't exist, but we'll get it. Should that be a set or a list? I guess I want it to be a set in the end. Okay, so we'll assume tables used as a set, and then dot flat map. So flat map produces sequences, though. Okay. So this would be a set. Does it make sets like this automatically? I can't remember. Okay, join needs tables used. All right, and we'll take I don't know what I have to do to get sets. I probably can. Yeah, we can just. Oh, it's just in brackets. Okay, as long as it knows it's a set. All right. Come on. Is that going to work? Okay, that's good. Flat map. And then we want to take. I guess we want to take. So this. Is that right? Figure it out. Right, I'm more worried about the. Oh, well, assuming we had these. If I have the tables used directly, I guess I want to subtract off the tables used in the join. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so return table set of tables used directly. Subtracting set of tables used in join. Is that what I want? So if you take the tables you used, take away the ones that were in joins, if you got anything left, that's the unjoined tables. Okay, that makes sense to me. I think it's this way. So if they have tables they used in the joins but not mentioned here, that's fine, but it doesn't affect the unjoined tables. They're still joined. Okay, so let's get this thing straight. I think I may be better off now. I've got the set outside. Type you. Array of string. Okay, yeah, so he turns it into a set. Okay, I think that gives us that. Unjoined, if not empty, then yeah, we want to return our message. Wherever that is. Okay. Okay, and then the format command, that's a little helper in here. Somewhere, yeah. I think we can put him on the set, but let's get him in here first and then we'll take him out. Okay. I think our test may pass. Both tests, I hope. Okay, well, at least they're together. Yeah, that one's not really... That's the bad side of this assertion. You know, it's bad enough that... Well, I don't want to say what the message is, though. Okay, we'll let it go. This one, though. Trailing white space. Multi-line commas. Yeah, okay. But what's the message? Oh. Good. It should be sorted. Except now I don't know why one passes and the other doesn't. These tables don't participate. Another table, some table. All right. Okay, now this failure. Yeah, it's still, I think, selection.message should be this warning thing. My table and table 2. Okay. That should pass. I don't know why it won't. But we'll get a decent message now. Okay, what did you get? Blank. Okay. Yeah, we deserve to fail that one. All right, let's go look at message. Right, he doesn't do anything. All right. So message is we need to create our object, which is a table join analysis method. Tables and joins dot message. Okay. Can't find tables because they're table selections. And joins. Okay. Good. All right. So that's the usual. Let's push this. We've got some analysis going on. That's a start. Initial analysis. Look for tables not in joins. Okay. Now this. It's kind of like where to put things. It's not really infrastructure in the same way. Well, let's put it up here. Okay, so make a new file. And this is set plus comma separated. Separated. Give him okay. Comma separated of string is self.sorted.joined. Okay. And then let's use it over here. All right, I think this is not bad. I probably could format this a little more. Joins.map.flatmap. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what the next one is. Adding a table warns of cross product. Okay, that one we did. Changing a table warns of cross product. Well, that's interesting. I think we get that for free with the struct. Okay, because it's a published field, so anything that depends on a published field gets updated automatically, I believe. So that should happen. And the old way, there was all this notification going on, really kind of painful. Table not unjoined warns of joined cross product. Well, I don't think that's any different. I guess it is. Yeah, I guess we could make one with joins. Oh, wait. Oh, don't participate. Okay. Yeah. Well, we could add a join here. I think that would be just as enlightening. Join scoped column. I gotta say table column. Table. Another. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that should test the same thing. Yeah, we don't really add tables anymore, right? It's these. I guess a little weird, but okay. Okay. Table not adjoined warrants a cross product. Yes. Okay. Don't warn when all tables are in joints. Okay. I think that goes up here. Boy, this bugs me. Duplication. Yeah, switch them on or off. Yeah, that's all going to fall out of the fact that we have the publish object with those fields and other fields that depend on them. It's the framework that pulls them together. I mean, that's my understanding. So I'm not going to test the framework per se, but it should fall out. Okay, tables all in joins. So let's put one join from some table. Okay, and this test should pass. It's sort of the flip side of that test. All right. Don't worry when all tables are in joins. All right. Then finally, now this one's more complicated. Also, that seems a little... okay, I guess you can't control which set comes first. All right. First, I want to... This is... I'm running this kind of code a lot in tests, and it gets old. But let's see who uses this. If production users are using it, okay. Just make sure. Table selection, metadata creates it. Interesting. Okay, that's a test. Table selection, metadata $0. Okay, there's the metadata coming in. We certainly want to be able to do that. I'm going to add table selection. I'm going to add it to the tests. It's table selection plus init, I'm going to say. Where's table selection? Oh, I have to do an import. Okay. Init, well, what we're getting is a table name and a column. I'll just say column of string. I better make this columns. Okay. Oh, come on. Let property selected columns may not be initialized directory. Okay. Yeah, we could do that. Well, maybe I should just inline this. Columns. Okay. Now in my test, I should be able to leave that stuff out. table selection of this, that, that. Okay, yeah, that's looking nicer. Okay. I think that's better. Okay, I guess I'm putting off that moment of the next test. I wanted it a little cleaner for it to come in. All right, but I think we're due for a break. So let's take a break, 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll come back and handle this next more complicated case of disjoint sets of joins. So you've got tables you joined, everybody's in a join, but they're not connected in any way. So you're still going to have a cross product. There may be better language on that, but we'll do that test when we get back. All right, see you in a few minutes. Welcome back. All right, so our next test is we want to warn when joins are disconnected. So, well, yeah, so what we have, it's easier to say it down here. You've got courses 2, they're joined, courses is joined to courses 2, and courses 3 is joined to courses 4, but nothing connects either of these two to either of these two, so you have another cross product. All right, so let's use this as a base. I don't know how to call it. Okay, so we're going to have 4 tables. And 2 joins. No, I think we can. Okay, I think that covers that. All right, this should fail. Now this one's a bit more work. Okay. Right. All right. So in our database selection, oh, what database selection? Excuse me. Message. This dot message. Okay. This looks for small sets of tables, unjoined tables, and then we need to check for this next situation. And again, I'm going to take the database view model as kind of a basis. Cross products. This is I don't know that. Okay. Well, the notion of this is we're going to form each table into a cluster, and then as a join happens, we're going to say, oh, those two are in the same cluster. And at the end, if you have one cluster, then you're okay. Otherwise, you have these multiple clusters. Now, I'm not sure. Okay, so I think this is going to create each table into its own string, into its own set, and then run through the joins, get the tables, and then unite the ones for the left and right. I don't think it's doing exactly what I said it was. But I think we can. I mean, this is not a huge bit of code, but we can do it. All right, so table join analysis. All right, so this is var cross products, and I don't know what he's going to be. I'm going to say he's probably, let's do set. I think it's really set of string. Ooh, as confusing as that is. Let cluster equals set of string. Okay. Sorry, type alias. Okay. Then I think this is going to be a set of clusters. And let's just return that for the moment. Oh, I didn't do any assertions. That's embarrassing. Okay. Causes message. Okay. All right, let's try that again. He should still get an empty string because we haven't hooked it in. All right. So I guess I want to say if cross products dot count if there's more than one, then we want a message. Well, let's get the message text. And I'll just put this in for now, but it's not going to stick. Products. Okay. All right, so I think what we want to do is take tables and map them to set. Nope. Set from sequence, set from. I guess I just don't have that many sets. Okay. Well, we'll map it from tables dot okay. So we will turn each one into a set. Okay. That's our clusters. And his type should be set of set. Here's a list of set of string. Okay. Let's make him a set. Cannot convert value of type set of string to set of this dot cluster. Cannot convert value of array of set of string. All right, let's get this straight. Okay, that gives me a sequence of set of string. That should give me a set of strings. Good. All right. Okay, now I think that can be one line. Okay, it's a little bit convoluted because it's nested, but you run through the tables, put each entry in a set, and then put the whole thing in a set. Okay, and now we got to go through the joins. Joins, this is a var. Okay. I don't know, did we do a for each last time too? Yeah. I don't know if I like this or not. Do I want this to be a set? Oops, sorry. It's tricky to get to each set now. So, I see it in my mind so clearly, but it's not really coming out. Okay, I've got each table in its own little set. Somehow, given a table name from the join, I need to find that set, and merge it with the other. So maybe what I want is a map. A dictionary. No, but that's not going to work either. All right. I guess what I could do if I had them in a list is pull out the two things. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. Okay, what did I do last time? What did I really do? Table to join this. Reduce into... Oh, I did. String to set a string. Maybe that's what I have to do. Okay. This is table sets. And then I'm going to say this is table to table sets equals dictionary container from keys and value sequence, unique keys with value. For any duplicates. All right, let me do it the explicit way. Table to table sets equals nothing. This is string to set of string. Well, cluster. Well, I think I can trust $0 here. Okay, I'm going to take append. No. Okay, is this form work? First bang. We know it has one because there's one there. Can we do a simple check to see if there's a problem? Count how often a table is in the joins. If more than 2 only appears only once in the joins. Yeah, I think that's true, but I think we'd still have to do this to know. But I think the approach we used before, we're putting it in both sides, so it's okay. Let's check union. Returns a new set. Okay, yeah, I want to make sure about that. All right. So even though I'm going at this a little slow, I think this is more clear to me what's going on. We're turning each set into a, what do you call it, a solo? No, there's a word for it when it's by itself. Whatever it is, it's a single element set of the table name, and then I'm mapping from table names to those sets, and then now I'm going to go through the joins, and for the join, I'm going to take, I'm going to do almost this, right? Take the table sets left table. Well, let's just take this. The union is table to table sets. Ooh, join sets might be a nice name. Okay, so I'm going to take whatever's in column 1's table, union it with columns 2 table. That's going to give me a cluster of names. And now I'm going to put both these. Oh, I guess I could pull this out. Doesn't put the type in there anymore. Good. Okay. I'll take the left table and the right table and put the union, form the union, and then stick it in both dictionaries, both sides of the dictionary. Now, I'm not sure how we decide this is a problem, but at this point, okay, table to first. Yeah, that's not bad. We're just going to take the first element of the table and take the other table names away. Any table name not in that set is cross product. Yeah. So I guess what I want is the two sets. But I also need, well, I don't need all table names. I just need the table names we use. Okay. Right. So the first cluster, I don't think I need that, is the first table entry. The remaining clusters is tables. I guess that's tables dot map to $0 dot table. Okay, that's the list of all tables. All right. So all table names is those, subtract off everything in the first cluster, and then you know what's going to be cross product with it. This has to return the two sets. The type of the first cluster should be set of string. Well, okay, it's cluster, fine. But I think the pair is cluster. Is that right? Okay. Right. Okay, now I think we're closer. Right. Yeah, we can definitely join tables from the same side. Cross products. Right. Maybe a little helper struct would be the right thing. I don't know. I want to take the cross products. I really want to know if that second cluster is non-empty. Oh, I still got problems. No. I should get a weird message, but I should get a message. All right. Yeah, okay. Now, what this tells me, one thing is when you ask for first from a dictionary, you get whatever it feels like. Okay, but I think we're getting closer. We can sort those things, and I think they'll be okay. We'll have to be a little careful. Yeah, I think we can do it. All right. So that's quite a statement there. That may be a thing. I don't know. I used to do I used to do some work in biology, and one of the things you can do is you're matching DNA samples together, and you say, oh, they call it agglomerative, meaning glues together, clustering. So you've got each thing in its own thing, and you say, oh, these two are very similar, put them together. Anything else very similar to that? Put it together, put it together. This is very much like that, but this whole thing is kind of a clustering. It's a little weird that the clusters are mapped in through the tables, but the whole thing is very, I mean, none of this has anything to do with joins per se, except like this, you know. I don't know. It's a little bit about joins, but man, it would be nice if we could find an object that represented the clusters of things and do something like that. We'll see what we can do. All right, let's get the names right first. Okay, so unjoined tables returns the set. This thing returns the cross product. Okay, so what we want to do, okay, let's get, let cluster one string equal cross products dot zero dot comma separated, and then cluster two string equals cross products dot one dot comma separated. Okay. I mean, this is getting, well, I'm going to put this in parentheses. And then I like that nice X. Nice cross product X. Okay, and this is cluster one string, and then cluster two string. All right, and I'm going to get the same, well, I'm going to get effectively the same problem, that it's not in order, but we'll get that next. Really? Table 1, table 2 times table 3, table 4. Before, well, let's... one string cluster, two string dot sorted. Okay. Now, knowing that those are sorted strings, I'm going to use them. It's a little awkward. But I want to guarantee if it's table 1, table 2, and table 3, table 4, that we list the smallest, the earliest alphabetical table name together. Yeah, if there are multiple cross products, we don't go into it, basically. I don't know if that's enough information or not, but I mean for the user. But if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 different clusters, we just report the first cluster versus all the rest. It could make a case for them. I could make a case for even, showing all the cluster, the cluster products. That would tell you which ones are completely unlinked. Because this one, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'll say 1, 2 is clustered against, or is cross product against 3, 4, 5, 6, and you fix it with a join to 1 to 3, and then it comes back and says 1, 2, 3, 4 is cross product with 5, 6. So I think you're right that we should probably deal with the multiple X's. Yeah. But it would be nicer to say 1, 2 versus 3, 4 versus 5, 6. I think you're right. That would probably be what we want to do. Okay. So let's put a test in and do that. Now we're going beyond what we did before. So it's progress. All right. Disconnected joins cause a message. That's true. But disconnected joins, how about multiple disconnected joins cause message? Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just take out the 3, 4 join. I think that will generate the problem. So now we'll have 1, 2 in a cluster, 3 in a cluster, 4 in a cluster. And we would like to say times table 3 times table 4. Yeah. I think that's a reasonable request. Now, I feel bad because we haven't yet hooked this up and seen the messages and made sure it really does work the way I said it would. but I think that's okay. This is an improvement. Oh, okay. Well, I almost wonder if that is the distraction. So, not participating in a join, the reason that's a problem is they create a cross product. So, maybe not participating in a join is not worth a separate message. And let me take that out and see what I think. Because yeah, this was sort of like you were saying about, an early check. This is kind of that. If you've got multiple unjoined tables, they get a special warning, and then you fix them, and then and then you get the next complaint about query cross products or something. So other tests will fail now, but I just want to see the test we're working on. Oh, table 1, table 3. Okay, but another test blew up. Okay, but this test, we don't know if this one failed or not. Let's run it by itself. Okay. But then the other failing test was which one? No. I thought something just crashed. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is different. This is if you do a join over tables that aren't in the table set. That's a good question too. All right. Right. So a join is only interesting to us if both tables are in the join set of the left and right. Yeah. Because we don't really have all tables, which is fine. We just have the tables you're visibly linking. But if you link to a table that's not in the list, well, that's not a problem. Because you have joined this mysterious table. Maybe. All right. Any other two table join. I think we have another test for that, although I'm not sure the answer, right? If you say join to a table that's not participating, which we often do because we're going to have these relationship tables are almost always not participating or not visible. Let's see. I want this to do. I guess I got to figure out should it pull in those tables into the clusters? I mean, if you had a join table that said, you have class person scheduled and instrument table, and you made a join from instrument table to some other table that isn't neither one visible, but they participate in the join, I would think that should be there. All right, I think that does require another test. All right, let's see. Multiple disconnected joins cause this message, but I think the other test we need joins of non-visible tables causes message. Well, it's not that they're non-visible. It's more like doesn't fail. Okay, so if I have a join, let's take out table 4. I think we'll figure out this one first and then move on. Okay, that fails. Right. So I think what we have to say is should I adjust the table sets? I just don't know. All right. Yes. Okay. So I want to. The problem is this or this is going to cause the problem. Unexpected found nil. I don't know if it says which one it was evaluating, but let's see what this turns into. That one should be okay. I think it's left as 1. Yep. But this one is nil. Yeah. Okay, so I think I've got to go through the joins first as well. Now, what we're paying here, and I don't know if, I'm not sure how you get around it. Oh, where's join? Well, we can get the tables used for sure. Let's do that. So, okay, I think what we're paying for is database selection. And I'm not sure how to best do this, but you have this array of joins. I would love to be able to make this into its own type, and I don't think I can. I'm not quite sure, but I think if I do, I may mess up some of the analysis of this thing, the notification stuff. It's okay with arrays, so I'm going to work with it as an array, but maybe we'll explore that. All right, so I got the table sets. I don't know if I even need to do that. That table sets for each table set subjoin equals, well, let's just make a set of, no, let's do tables. Sorry, let's change this back. All right, I'm going to say instead do tables dot for each table in. Okay, and then table to join set sub table dot table. This is really table selection. Okay, that should be the same as that. And then I don't need this anymore. Well, even this is better. Let all table names equals that. Now let's just go through all table names. Okay. No, it's legal to join a table with itself. The union creates a new set from the existing set. So this is the set of table one, and the set of table one, it's just going to be that set itself. So that part is already okay. The part that's bad is we have the list of table. We've had this problem before, and I'm not sure if we have the general solution yet, but the list of table names is the visible table names, and we also need the join table names to make this and this not crash ever. Okay, and so I mean I could, well, what I can do is run here joins dot for each. Okay, I'm going to build up the table sets for those, and then this will be the union of join dot column one dot table equals set of join dot column one dot table, and same thing here, column two. Okay, so at this point we've got table to join sets is all tables used directly or mentioned in a join, and now this should be legal and the test should not crash anymore. Well, if I delete this, The last test should still fail. Well, goodness. Okay, we took this message out, right. I'm not saying we keep that out, but I'm curious what it does to the last one. To unjoined tables, yes. Okay. Table 1, table 4, table 2, table 3 is not this. That's the new test. This one should have passed. It does not. Table 1, table 2 are joined. Right. Okay, this one, yeah, that's the new way we want. Now what about this one? Table 1 join with table 4, and 2, 3 should be their own thing. Okay, table 1, table 2. Sorry, 1 and 4. It should be table 1, table 4 versus 2, 3, right? Okay. Yeah, so, all right. I think I think this is improved. Let's see, we're running very low on time here. Okay, what I'll do is let's put where's table join analysis? Let's uncomment this. That was, I think in the end we will not need that. We'll just make our message generic enough to cover all those possibilities, and we'll leave two failing tests, the two that have multiple tables in their multiple sets of tables in their spec. All right. Okay, so this one, it wants to say table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, and instead we're getting about not participating in a join because we still have that message. But in the end, I think this is what we want. And then same thing here. It's got them in sets. So we want 1, 2, 3, and 4, but we're getting don't participate. All right. Check for missing joins. Yeah, that's what I just put back was this one. So this test with the multiple clusters is I think that's going to be the way to go. So we'll just say the thing about the cross products, don't participate in a join. The only reason that's a problem is it creates a cross product. Showing every cluster separately is going to be good enough for that, I think. All right. Well, let me update this to do. I guess I can do that offline, but yeah. So we've gone beyond the error messages we originally had to this idea of having more specific messages, and I think that's a large piece of what database view model still has was this error checking for the unjoined tables and all that stuff. We'll pick up from there tomorrow. I think we'll be able to pretty quickly generate those lists of clusters. I think we'll just have to make a set of all of them and make sure there's the right number. Right now we pass back that pair, but I'm going to pass back a set of clusters instead. And if there's more than one, then it's an error, and we'll just display all of them, and that'll be fine. We can write the X's between them as separators. Okay, well, thanks for joining today. I'm happy to make a little progress beyond what it did before, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be the day we get to database view model, but we'll see. It had lots of pieces. You know, it was the whole mechanism. We've replaced it with something a lot smaller. And once we do that, I think we'll be able to get rid of the to memento code as well. And maybe, I don't know, at some point, maybe that to schema stuff is in target too. But I think we're pretty good for now. So thanks for joining. Tomorrow, same time, 2 to 4:30 Eastern or 7 to 9:30 p.m. UTC. And take care. And thank you all too. Bye-bye.